Pastors, let's talk about strategy. In the scriptures, Joshua chapter 6, verse 4. But the seventh day you shall march around the city 7 times, and the priest shall blow the trumpets. Acts chapter 18 in verse 1. After these things, Paul departed from Athens and went to Corinth. Strategy. A strategy in our context refers to a plan of action intended to accomplish a specific goal or a set of goals. Now, God gave Joshua a specific strategy to employ against the city of Jericho in order to take the city. It wasn't enough for Joshua to know simply to take the city. The army of Israel under Joshua need to implement God's revealed strategy for that specific assignment. The Apostle Paul's strategy involved planting churches in key Gentile cities. It wasn't enough for Paul to know that God had told him to take the gospel to the Gentiles. God guided him to key cities as the strategy God designed for him. One of the major shortcomings of many churches and ministries is the lack of a clear strategy. Pastors know what God wants them to do. However, they often lack God's direction into how He wants them to do the ministry. Being on assignment with God is not enough. You need to approach the task with the strategy God has designed for you. Wait with God until you know how He wants you to move forward. You need to be able to share enough of the strategy that God gives you with others so they know how they should join you in that task. The strategy functions something like a set of tracks, train tracks, on which your actions run, which over time gets you and your people where God wants you to go. Do you have a clear strategy? Now, here's some thoughts and questions to consider. The first thought to consider: I know what God has given me to do, and I know how He has instructed me to join Him in fulfilling the assignment. How would you respond to that? Do you know clearly what God's led you to do? So how would you answer? Yes, no, or possibly you would answer, I don't know. Secondly, consider the people in my ministry with me ask, where are we going? What exactly are we to do next? Do you have a specific God-given answer for those questions? How would you respond to that? Third, if I called upon you to write out your strategy as you believe that God has given it to you, is it clear enough you could put it on a piece of paper? Do you have a clear strategy?